In this video, we try to head to Sal Pass. We may not make it all the way to the pass, but we sure do have a lot of fun trying. So stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching. In this video, we leave camp and we head for Sal Pass. We didn't make it the other day, so we're going the opposite direction to try to come in the backside. And we made it all the way, almost. And then we hit a snow block that we just couldn't pass, so we had lunch and headed back. But we did manage to find somebody's dog along the way and find the owner, so it was a successful day and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'm going to cut all the junk about leaving camp out and just give you a few clips of the drive, and then where we start the area we haven't done before, because we've done part of this before, but we went up the La Salle Mountain. This time we're going up towards Geyser Pass, the backside of Geyser Pass. I thought if we could get up there, then we could go into La Salle Pass the back way. And yeah, mostly work. It was a fun day though. We have a few water crossings and snow crossings and lots of fun ahead. And there is a reason they call it Rim Rock Road. I gotta say, when we hit the end and we have to turn around and take the same way back, we were hoping we could figure out a loop to get back. We kind of knew that was a long shot, but you know, you don't know till you try. But we were not looking forward to being beaten up on these rocks all the way back. It doesn't look rough in the camera, but take my word for it, Rimrock Road is a Rimrock Road. It is rough and rocky. This is the smooth section. You know, there are smooth sections, but there are also some just beach up over the rock section. But there were some nice sections. It was a pretty ride for a lot of it. You got incredible views. The weather was great, which is always fun. We got to a lot of the areas out here, it's BLM land, Bureau of Land Management, and they'll lease out the land to ranchers and allow them to run their cows. So there's a lot of free range or cattle. So you have to watch out for the occasional bump in the road there where you have to share the road with the livestock. And some beautiful views, definitely worth doing. This was about a 6.5 hour day. So, and 4 hours of it was being beat up on rocks. You know, I'm not saying it was all rough. It was beautiful and it's definitely well worth it. And that's part of trail riding. But, you know, you would go through the nice, easy spots. I'm just saying, if you have a bad back, hang on, it's going to get rough. It's a beautiful drive, well worth it, and a lot of fun, and we enjoyed it. But you are going to hit some rocks. I cut out a lot of the rocks, but I wanted to leave some in so you could at least get a feel of, you know, what to expect. There was nothing difficult about this trail other than maybe the snow that we ran into. It is a very easy trail. Anyone can do it. But, you know, as long as you're aware that there are some rocks, and it's not the fun rocks where you're climbing and you're working your way through. It's the ones that you're just being bounced on. And this is a pretty good sampling of a lot of the trail. Probably, okay, not 4 hours, probably an hour of the trail is on this kind of just rough terrain. Not fun terrain, rough terrain. We would have to stop periodically and get out and just stretch our backs back in place because, you know, like I said, there's some rocks that are fun. You're kind of picking your way and you're, you know, figuring out a trail, and there's some technical aspects. There's nothing technical to this. It's just bouncing your way through it. The better shots you have, the better off you are. We do have Fox shocks, which helped a ton, but it's still rough on the Honda Pioneer. Probably wouldn't be so much on a Talon or some of the others that have different suspension. And let me just assure you that that is something very clear in our mind that we will definitely address in the future. I have the GoPro mounted to the hood of the side-by-side, and it does great there. We've rode it a lot of miles on a lot of different terrains with it mounted there, secured, it doesn't move. And this was rough enough that I had to keep stopping and turning the camera back up, kept knocking it over, and it was tight, and it kept falling forward because of the rocks were so just shake, rattle, and roll kind of thing. And when I say an hour, I mean an hour each way, so a total of 2 hours. Probably an hour getting out to where there was beautiful roads, and then back over to the other side, there's that section that is just rocks. So probably 2 hours total for the day, but it was enough to shake our bones and joints. Despite it being pretty rocky as we cross the mountain, you eventually do get to some areas that kind of smooth out, and you can really just enjoy the views. And even with all the rocks and the bouncing, and it's just beautiful out here. It's amazing to me as being from the South and being from Florida. We're used to trees, but we don't get to see the massive, expansive views, and that's really what you see here in Moab. And so pretty. And you look one way and there's forest, and the other side there's red rocks, and just hard to beat. We were very excited when we finally come out on the other side of the mountain, and it was a nice, smooth, easy road. So we knew that we would probably run into snow at some point. We just wanted to see how far and how close we could get to either Geyser Pass or Sal Pass. And we got close, just not as close as we wanted. This is about where we're at on the map. You can see where the arrow is. We're at about 7,640 feet. And we can go a little further, but we're reaching the end of what we're going to be able to because of the snow. But beautiful drive. And this is where it kind of started to get interesting and fun. I mean, it was interesting and fun before, but this is where we started to hit snow, which we knew we would. And we just wanted to see how far we could get. And I will say, sometimes I'd let common sense defer, and Vic talked me into getting out and walking across this water so that I could take a video of it. Let me just tell you, if there would have been a place to get across where I didn't get my feet wet, that would have been a great idea. But this wasn't a place I could get my feet wet, or to get out without getting my feet wet. I had to wade through that. It maybe just about up to my ankles, not far, but it took hours for my feet to be crossed. That water was stinking cold. It's snow runoff, so of course it's cold. And I might have been complaining a touch whenever I hit that water. But sometimes I let Vic talk me into doing things that I know better than to do. We were watching the thunderclouds that we could see up ahead. Off to the left, you can see there's some thunderclouds. We were keeping a close eye on them because we know that, in the mountains you can get some flash flooding, and some of those water crossings can get way worse. And being up on the side of a mountain during a storm is probably not your best choice. So we were very aware of that, and we were paying close attention to it just to make sure we didn't get stuck someplace. But what a beautiful drive. And we had been passing some snow on the side of the road a little bit here and there, but then we come to this, which was our first hurdle. Weren't sure how far it went, so Vic had to get out and traipse through it to see if he thought we could get to it. And of course, I wanted to get out and get some photos. And it was snowing, as you can see. So he decided this was passable, so on we went. We have to be really careful with us being out there by ourselves. We really do not want to get snowed in. So, we do have a winch and all that, but common sense is our biggest weapon. So we made it through that snow without any problems, just kind of chugged through it. We could see where other people had went to, and so you could kind of see what it was. And he had walked over to see that it was clear on the other side. So no problem here. We'll just continue on. If you watched our other LaSalle Mountain video where we got stopped by a tree and pulled it out of the way and then got stopped by the snow, this is going the opposite direction. We were trying to come around the backside and just see, how close we could get, because we knew we were close to the pass. We could see the stream running under it. And so we thought, well, maybe we could go this way and get there. So you can see we're running into quite a bit of snow here, but man, is it pretty. Now here we could still see other people's tracks, but right up here we kind of start seeing where the tracks kind of start to run out, where it doesn't look quite as good. We're not stupid enough just to follow someone else blindly, and that snow's pretty soft, as you can see, and it continues on around. And it looks like it gets thicker, and it doesn't look like anyone else has really made it through. There's some tracks, but nothing fresh. So we decided to err on the side of caution and lick our wounds and have lunch. So we turned around and came up to a very nice viewing where we could go and enjoy a nice lunch with a view. Honestly, I just think they like driving in the snow. It's not something we've done much of. We've traveled a little and done a little bit, but not rode much in the snow. So it was fun to play in the snow a little bit and to, see how the side-by-side did. And it did remarkably well. We found this trail here that perched on the top. I think it's a campsite area. So we get to have a view and eat lunch. And while we were sitting here having our lunch, Vic saw a blue Jeep go past and head out into where we had stopped. So,
alright. I'm ready. Alright, be careful.
So after lunch, Vic wanted to go play in the snow a little bit to send back home to a couple of his friends. So I videoed him playing in the snow. We did go look to see if we could see the blue Jeep the other way a little bit. Didn't see any signs of him. But while Vic was doing this, I could hear that blue Jeep hitting that snow and just revving his engine, running hard. So after this, we go back and check again to see if he's stuck, but we didn't see him, so we assumed maybe he got through. He had bigger tires, or he must have had bigger tires. Here we're heading back to where we had stopped to see if that Jeep had made it through, because like I said, I could hear him revving his engine and running it. And we could see his track, but we didn't see any sign of the Jeep. Vic walked up and looked, and looked like maybe he plowed through. Now, did he make it all the way? I don't know. We never saw if he came back, but we couldn't follow him. We could have hung up mid drift in that snow. It was way too deep, and just got worse. So we just wanted to make sure we weren't leaving somebody stranded out there. But we did our due diligence, and then it was time for us to head back. It was getting kind of long, and needed to head back. So checked on him, and then started our way back. That's the road we went up for lunch, and then this is the snowdrift Dick was driving through, playing through. So went through it again and started our journey back, and so we run across a lost dog along the way. We're kind of heading up this road, and we see this dog just standing in the middle, and he come running up to us. So we saw he had a collar on, and he had a tracker. Obviously, he's a hunting dog. So we give him some water and stuck around a few minutes, and his owner came up to reclaim him. And, we knew he had a tracker, but talked to the owner, and apparently he didn't have it wasn't running, apparently. He said for some reason it wasn't working. So he was very grateful to get his dog back. We did tell him about the blue Jeep, just so somebody else knew somebody was up there. They were going to ride on around, so, I'm sure the blue Jeep made it through, because he must have been set up for it. So here we start the journey back. I'm going to cut out most of this so you don't get tortured with most of the drive back, but was a fun day and a beautiful day out. The weather was perfect. Yeah, we got a little snow. That just made it more fun. It's rocky. That's okay. Still fun. So we just had a blast. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And we'll see you down the road.
About the night I nearly filled my pockets up with gold, and I wish the same for you. I wish the same for you. And I